If you sometimes have the feeling of an inner emptiness, feels that no matter how much, try never can reach the happiness indeed, because it is the majority of people feel this way. The good news is that great people have passed through land were interested in investigating in depth this question of how to have a full life. One of them was Buddha, who understood that life is a cycle of suffering and dissatisfaction. But he also discovered that it was possible to have a better life if we followed some of these steps. Buddha's teachings are known as the Noble Eightfold Path, or Path of Eight Aspects. Today I want to show you how being happy is possible if we follow these valuable tips, and are very useful, even if you don't even believe in Buddha. So come with me, as the first step on this path is the correct view for Buddha. We suffer for always wanting fleeting things that they won't last. For example, you are saving money to make your trip of dreams, but then seeing a beautiful outfit fashion, or that latest generation cell phone, and I felt like buying it as soon as purchase. I felt a great feeling of pleasure, but it soon passes, and everything goes back to normal as before, with an aggravating factor. Now your dream trip is even more distant. Is the correct vision that helps us to understand that we often want what we don't will actually fill us, and that can even harm us. So seek to understand very well the motivation behind their choices. And the next point is right intention, also known as right thinking. For the Buddha, thought is action and helps to create our reality. When we allow it, that negative thoughts occupy our mind, we are also allowing them to change in our state and with our altered state. For the worst may arise negative actions, such as attacking someone, verbal or even physical form, for example. So we must be aware of our thoughts. This one thought negative comes, note that it is negative and let it go. Don't keep feeding it. Is the third aspect of the path is speech correct. Change. I advise that we should speak only words that can bring good purposes for ourselves and others by. We shouldn't lie, gossip, or hurting others with words. And also, we must avoid useless conversations, using words with kindness trend that we can achieve. So sought the feeling of happiness and well-being. And if you make a mistake, you have the courage to apologize and try to be more. Be kind next time. To take correct action is the fourth step of this set of teachings. For Buddha, as well as thoughts, can influence our actions too. It is our attitudes that will help to build what we are today, what we will be in the future. So we must always pay attention to the consequences of our actions, whether for ourselves or for others. Then before acting, always think, this type of action contributes to my growth. Or others is the fifth aspect of the Eightfold Path of Buddhism, is to adopt a correct livelihood. This means having good posture and earn a living in a dignified manner, and which also takes into account the well-being of others. Having a job honest that does not cause harm to anyone, seek a balanced life, and even spend less than what is earned tends to generate easier than the spirit. What will help in this journey of happiness? The sixth, it is right effort. Buddha tells us that we need to make an effort to abandon thoughts, actions, words, and way of life that harms us. No, we just need to be aware that it's not cool. We need to try hard to change. And for example, we all already know that smoking is harmful to us and others, isn't it? True, then just knowing that is no use. We need to take a step forward and abandon this addiction. This was just a generic example, but do it yourself. Self-analysis. See where you can improve and dedicate yourself in this direction is the seventh aspect taught by Buddha. It is we have the correct voltage, also called right awareness. This means that we must pay attention to what we think we feel and what happens around us. See if you can tell that you are feeling angry. You will realize that if emotion arose from a negative thought, being able to then change its state of spirit and only being aware of these internal and external details is that will actually be able to transform into the beginning. May not be easy, but the important thing is that you never stop to know and to be aware of what happens inside and outside of you. The eighth and final teaching is the correct concentration. For Buddha, only with stability and mental focus we can achieve more fulfillment in life. We live in a busy and stimulating world. It is very easy to lose focus, and we will be dragged in directions that in the background we wouldn't like to go. So this is it. Ability to concentrate, that we will keep you in the right direction. It is she who will make us pay attention to all aspects of the Eightfold Path of Buddhism. This state of concentration and attention full can be found through the meditation. There are several types of meditation, with Silent mantras, static and moving, test some and see which ones work for you and more. It's important to practice daily that few minutes, and this will help you a lot on the way to find lasting happiness. As you can see, these 8 teachings of Buddha, known as the 8 path aspects, seem to make a lot of sense and took us in a good direction actually. And even if it seems difficult, try to apply each teaching in your daily life, and will observing what happens for sure. Good results will emerge, and you will surprise. The important thing is not to stop. Try and you feel really happy. What have you done to improve your life? Share with us, like this other can also benefit.